time to shake this shit up.
Shake it up, and shake it up.
Shake this shit.
And shake it up, and shake it up.
Shake this shit up.
Shake it up, and shake it up.
Shake this shit.
And shake it up, and shake it up.
Shake this shit up.
Shake it up, shake it up, and shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up, and shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up, and shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up, and shake it up. Hey y'all, come join us and shake this shit up.
Hello, you guys. Welcome to part 2. This is Tamika from Hookahs and Conversation.
It's Candace, guys.
And I'm still here. I'm Sabi Divine. Still here.
So, you guys, we definitely not smoking the hookah. The hookah went out, but we still drinking, and we didn't have this part 2. This is our extra conversation with Sabi. But we're gonna take the Sabi. We're gonna slash the Sabi name out of it and bring it back to Amber.
She has beef with me, y'all.
I definitely have beef that I need to address right now. We're gonna make this.
I'm just caught in the middle.
So this is gonna be that extra podcast. Okay, so my whole thing is my beef with you is that
She just gonna go straight right into it. Like, okay.
my beef with you is that I invited you to be a host on the show. Correct?
Yes, you did.
I did. I couldn't wait till we talked about this, and I had to fire you the same week, right?
She did not fire me. You uninvited me. She said, I don't think you need to be on the podcast anymore. Basically, I said, I don't know what your expectations are or have been.
But don't do that because I have receipts. I said your consistency. I don't feel like you love me the way I love you, and I don't feel like you would give me what I give you because my whole thing is, you guys.
What does that even have to do about the podcast? For one,
it had a lot to do with the podcast because I feel
that's not true. But two, what does it have to do about the podcast?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Let's go down the road.
Yes,
make it quick and fast for Candace. Let me tell you, for my birthday, right, you guys? Birthday 7-11.
Okay.
She was invited to my birthday party, my
Yes,
whole birthday vacation, and she did not make it because of a situation.
Okay.
And I told her that situation, me and Mom, which is her mom, told her that situation, we can fix that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I still want you to be there as my sister.
Right.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay. She was like, I don't know. Okay, I still thought that, I don't know, was like, still she's going to go. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not what happened. I'm going to tell my side, then you tell your side.
No,
okay?
I'm listening.
Okay.
I am listening.
Mm-hmm. So then, I feel like me and her, we vowed, well, maybe I would have stayed out late. Maybe I would have not went to a hotel so early. I would have just been, it would have been different. Different people on your vacation make different things happen.
Right.
So, I come back into town. We're going to skip ahead. I come back into town,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's her best friend's birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same situation, same problem, but her best friend would do the same thing that I would have done for her, right? She goes on the vacation, and I say, girl,
I did.
and I see this on IG after I cried to her in my kitchen after getting her dog. And I was like, we're good. Because this before that I seen her, that she left for the vacation. I was like, we're good. You can't go. We had like a little meltdown in the kitchen. It was okay. But when I seen that, it was a trigger for me. I actually had to talk about it in my therapy session because it was a trigger for me, and it made me go there. And she asked me like, "Are you okay?" Amber asked me, "I'm okay." I was like, "I'm good. I'm great. I'm glad you told me." But when I seen them pictures on IG and the videos,
You were mad.
I was pissed. I was upset. I was frustrated. I was annoyed. I was disappointed. I was everything that could be on the negative side.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how could she do me like this? I felt like she don't care for me as much as I care for her. I'm gonna talk to you. You don't care for me as much as I care for you.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like even when I'm tired and it's your birthday, I be there. I get off work, I rush, be on 2 wheels, get there for your birthday, even if I'm late, do my makeup however, look however. I wear my work suit for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it wasn't reciprocated on my end. And if she was going on vacation for her birthday, I would definitely be there, call out and everything, just to make sure I'm there for her. And I feel like it wasn't the same for me. It wasn't because of the person that you was with, because I love her, but it was the principle of you couldn't do it for me, and you just told me I had to stop a lot of my vacations, right? I stopped a lot of my vacations, right? And I had to choose the ones that I can, go on. And mine was one of them.
That's the only one I did go to.
That don't make it better.
No, I'm just saying.
So
you said ones, making it plural. Like I went to other places.
Well, you did say I had to stop certain events, right? That you had planned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me make sure I quote your words right. But it was hurt. Maybe you didn't see it the way I seen it, but it was very hurtful. And then your message after that was like, "Girl, bye. Like this I already paid for it." Da, da, da. And I was like, "You're my sister. Like I put you on top of a lot of things, and I, keeping my feelings in right now because we're recording." But I was like, I was hurt. I was so hurt that you did that to me. Because the year before you said, you need to plan better. You need to make sure, like you tell me before time. And all that I did, and it still wasn't nothing. So it's like next year, love you to death. It just won't be, I'm just going to go with my husband, like, on my birthday. I don't want to invite and be expecting, because that's something I went through it was a trigger for me, like in my childhood. I expected this person to be there for me and they wasn't. So it triggered something. It wasn't just about you. It was like a trigger for me. And I noticed that.
From childhood.
Yes. That I was like, you know what? If I give people what they give me, I won't be hurt.
Right.
Because that's what I'm doing now. Mm-hmm. If I stop expecting stuff from people, I won't be hurt.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at. So you can go ahead.
Okay. So definitely want to acknowledge all your feelings. I apologize for hurting you.
Mm-hmm.
You and Ma, that's a different. You know how I feel about getting help from that side of things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the issues for me.
Mm-hmm.
2, I don't see my best friend often.
Mm-hmm.
I see you very often.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's something that that's something I took in consideration, because I was about to cancel that trip too.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't see her often enough to where it's like, okay, well, if I don't do this, I don't know when the next time I am going to see her. So we stay in the same state, same city, damn near, and I see you, once a week, if that, once every 2 weeks or whatever. But it's like, I'm more accessible to you than I am to her.
Okay, I get that.
And so I understand, like, you still have the right to feel the way that you felt about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, there's nothing I can really say to be like, oh, well, you need to understand. No, I'm just letting you know my perspective of the situation. And so it's just like, I don't ever want to see you hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I didn't think you would be as hurt as you're saying that you are now, about it, because everybody was going. Everybody was still going. Mm-hmm. So I didn't think it would be like that major thing. But with my best friend, she's already in a city where she ain't have nobody. Mm-hmm. And so it's a lot of different aspects to that. I'm not trying to make excuses for it, but I want you to understand the consideration that I took when making my decision. And so it's just, I apologize, because I definitely don't want you hurt. Mm-hmm. I definitely love you. And I know that you come to all my birthday things, birthday events, everything. And it goes back to what I was saying about friendship and giving and receiving. It's, you have to look at, how do I say this? I guess it goes back to like when you talk about love languages. People receive love differently and people give love differently. And a lot of times how you receive love is how people try to give love. But that's not how that person receives love in certain cases. And so I think and that's probably why I looked at it differently, or I didn't think it would be that big of a deal, because me and you, you spend more time with my mom and Rondo and all of them. So, like, it's like I felt like their presence was more important in that situation. And so I'm thinking, well, at least, somebody's there to support her or have her in that moment. But it couldn't be me at that time. And
it could have, though.
But I wasn't trying to that's a whole nother conversation. I wasn't trying to go down that road.
I feel you. I get it. Because me and you have had those conversations about...
And there's also other things that I don't want to talk about.
That's fine.
Yeah, so there's also other things that I took into consideration with making my decision as well. So I don't want you to think it was just a careless, like, oh, forget her feelings, I'm not going to this birthday trip. That's not what the case was at all. There was definitely a lot of thought that went into me making my decision. Telling you that I wasn't going was hard for me. And so it's just like, I don't want you to feel like it was just, she don't love me the way I love her. She don't go hard for me the way I go hard for her.
I cannot lie and say I don't feel that way, because I do feel that way. And that feeling still haven't went away, because you haven't shown me nothing different from that. Like, I know you'll have my back if something happens to me. I know who you are. But as far as putting me first, I don't know who you are. Like, I knew who you was, but I don't know who you are now. So I'm not going to lie and say, like, it's making me emotional, but I'm not going to lie and say, like, I know that you would have my back and all of that. I know you'll have my back on the streets. I know you'll have my back if I come to you and be like, Amber, I need to stay between us. But as far as choosing me first, like, I don't know what you think about in your head about me, but I know that I wanted you there. And I know that I needed you there. You know what I'm saying? Like, me seeing when Rondo walked in and he said his expectation was, when I seen him, I should have cried. No. But if I would have seen you, maybe I would have cried, because I felt that you wasn't coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love him just like I love you, and I call him my brother just like I call you my sister.
Right.
But my thing is, like, I know that I really wanted you there. So my expectations wasn't as high for Rondo as it was for you, is what I'm saying. So when I felt like you wasn't coming, it triggered something. Like, for me, it made me want to treat you different. Maybe I did treat you different. Like, in my text message when I said that you shouldn't be on the podcast, that was treating you different. Maybe I should have never took it there. After I had my therapy session, I shouldn't have took it there. And I tried to apologize for it, and I also tried to offer you something on. That didn't work because she didn't respond to that, but she actually came on the episode, so that's fine. But it was like, I was so hurt, and I think more so I was so disappointed, because I always put myself out there for you, and I always, like, I'm not expecting you to do what I do for you. Let me say that first. But I always make sure, like, everybody know, like, you're my sister, like, you're not going nowhere. And for me to be so excited, and, like, when you planning something and you're looking at the people and the numbers and stuff like that, and you saying, checking out, like, this person coming, so in your head you're like, I see it being like this, and it could have went different. And when you said you wasn't coming, it did put a damper on me. And Mom was upset with me when we was down there, but she don't understand what I was going through, and I didn't want to explain it. But it was like, when I know that I would have had a great time. I don't want to take it away from nobody, but I felt like I would have had a better time because me and you be there sometimes when we drunk and when we out hanging and vibing. Like, it be in a different level. Yeah. So it's like I needed that. Like, I was around all older people other than Rondo and Daniel. Right. And they was down there with girls, you know. I didn't see them, but they was there. And it was like, I tested you when everything messed up, when they wasn't there for me. Right. So they came there, but they wasn't there for me. I felt like if you would have came, you would have been there for me. If I would have said, hey, we having brunch at this time, no matter if you would have stayed out at 12, 4 o'clock in the morning, you would have made sure you was there. They didn't do that. Yeah. So the love that you thought that was coming, it still wasn't there. It still wasn't given to me. So I was still pissed off my whole birthday. I was pissed off the whole time. Because they wasn't there, and they tried to make it up when I got back to Georgia. And it was cool, but they wasn't there for me. Like, I expected them to be there. It was like they just took a vacation just to take one. Like, they didn't come for me. I wasn't their priority. And that's why I text you that, like, I don't feel like I'm your priority. I don't feel like I'm nobody's priority in this world.
I'm so glad y'all having this conversation.
Yeah. And I think it goes back also to maybe I underestimate the importance of my presence with certain people. Because I feel like I do that with Indy and all them too. So it's like I don't know. I feel like the world runs fine even if I'm not there. Like, everything still goes smoothly, even if I'm not there. And me being there, it's like, oh, okay, it's an extra added thing to it. But, like, this is how I feel. Like, just, I don't feel like it's needed.
You're not
sometimes. Needed. But not even, because I know people enjoy my presence, and, like, some of my friends have expressed, like, my energy, like, when I come to certain situations, or when they just need me there, you know, sometimes. And, you know, I don't know, it's just, maybe I underestimated because we don't hang out here.
That's true.
So it's like,
why would she need me there?
There, yeah. Because we don't hang out here.
We don't. We can keep it real. We don't.
Yeah.
But what I want to, yes. But it takes two to have that. Like we were saying from the last episode, it takes two to have that, to build that. And I call you my sister. Yes, I don't hang with my other sisters. So I treat you just like I treat them. You know.
But because I don't have, like, a real sister, so I don't even know, like, in comparison, I know how, you know, y'all hang out. I'm like, okay, I can't even, a lot of times I'm not able to hang out.
Yeah.
A lot of those times. And so, I don't know, it's just, I underestimate the desire for my presence to be even there, because I'm normally not there, and y'all have y'all time already. You know what I'm saying?
It's like when you have, we're gonna wrap it up, but when you have your time and you there with somebody else, I say that I'm gonna always have fun wherever I'm at. You know, it don't matter who's there, who's not there. I'm gonna stay having fun. You know, for my birthday I had fun. I had an amazing time. Whether I was mad or not, you know, I try not to show it as much. I did go to the hotel early, but I did miss you on my trip. You know, like, I definitely never invite y'all to go out with me on my trips. So the one time I did give that invitation and you wasn't able to come, I just felt like very disappointed. And you were trying to be as open and as honest as possible when you came here and tell me. But I didn't want you to feel as bad as I felt. So I still put my feelings up under the burner just to protect your feelings. When I should have just told you, like, it's not cool. You know, I said a little bit, but I didn't go deep into it because I didn't want you to feel bad. And I felt like I'm stronger. Not saying that I'm stronger than you, but if I keep it to me, you won't feel what I'm feeling. You know? And you won't have to feel that guilt, like, dang, I can't go. I told the girl I'm not going, but I know I'm going here. And just by seeing it online, maybe if you would have said, I can't go to yours, but I'm letting you know you may see me on India's, I think I would have been better. Like, I would have went through my emotions already, but I would have been already expecting it. So by me saying it,
a heads up.
yeah, by me saying it, it was just like, I already had forgave her. So by me saying it, I was like, it took me back.
Right.
Like, and I had to test her immediately on IG, like, make sure she got it, not think that she read it, type shit. Like, you here, are you sure you in that situation? Because I know how I am for you. So I want you to be that same thing for me. Like, that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do want you to know that you are important to me. Like, I do want you around. No, we don't hang out every day. No, we don't see each other all the time. Do I want that? Yes. You're busy. I'm busy sometimes. Sometimes I'm in pain when you don't even know. You know, I want to have those open conversations with you where we talk about stuff that nobody else don't know. You know, like we used to. It's faults on both sides. You know, and we got to do better. And that's what I tell other people. You got to do better, and you got to know who's in your life and who's in your life for real.
Right.
And you got to be able to fix it, and you got to be able to own it. So by you being able to talk about it, like, out in the open with everybody to listen, I appreciate that. Yeah. And I already forgave you for it, and I don't hold it against you because you're Amber, you know, and you're my Amber. But it's like, I forgave you and I forgive you and I hear your apology. I just wanted you to know, like, how I really felt about that situation and how I was looking at you. And I was looking at you, like, even to this night, like, the same way. But now that we had this conversation, not even openly, we wouldn't have it properly. I would have still been looking at you like, now I can move past that, like, sincerely, and I never have to bring it up again. And even if I do ask you to come, just be honest with me and say, look, Tamika, this is the reason why I cannot come, and you may see me here, and let me go through my emotions then. Or if you can come, let's be excited together. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have to cut you off for something that I really wanted you on, but I didn't want to see your face every day, every Wednesday. You know? So
and here we are.
And here we are. Right. I'm seeing your face. So, you know, but I accept your apology, and I thank you for doing this extra episode.
Yeah, no problem. You know, I was waiting for it to chew out. I was waiting. I knew it was coming.
I'm so glad y'all had this conversation because
you had to hear about it.
I had to hear about it. And then I was like, well, you want me to text her and we can have like a little powwow? She was like, yes. Then she was like, no. Then she was like, yes. Then she was like, no. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to sit here and just mind my business. And I'll just be here supportively.
But I'm glad you were able to come. So.
Yeah, me too. No, this was nice. And I'm excited for where it's going to go, you know?
So, thank y'all.
I need to release that song on Apple Music.
We definitely going to release that song. But thank y'all for tuning in to Hookahs in Conversation. I'm your girl with tears, Tamika. And we got our special guest,
Sabi Devon.
All right, let's drop that beat. Make sure you follow us up on our IG page, up on the Hookahs in Conversation. Also, tune in up on our YouTube page, up on the Hookahs in Conversation. And
send us questions to hookahsandconversations@gmail.com so we can put it in a bowl and shake this shit up. Ow!
This your girl Tamika.
This your girl Candace.
We out. Drop that beat.
Shake it up, and shake it up,
Shake this shit.
and shake it up, and shake it up.
Shake this shit up.